Hi, it's Josh Grillo from DirtyMarketingSecrets.com. Welcome to another episode of Deconstructing Direct Mail. On today's episode, I'm going to go through my mail pile, choose one piece, and dissect it on video for you. Now, why should you care? Well, here's why. Because every day that you're sending out direct mail, your prospects, your customers are doing the exact same thing. They're going through their mail pile, and they're either putting your mail piece in a pile to be read, or they're taking your mail piece and throwing it in the trash. So obviously, as a direct mail marketer, you always want to make sure that you make it in the A pile and you get your information read. So let's go through this real fast and pick out a piece. So here you go. You can see my mail pile. The first thing, white envelope, very plain Jane, trash. Oversized postcard, Cox. Nothing that really captures my attention here, trash. Another white envelope, looks like it's probably a bill or something, so definitely trash on that one. A catalog, I like wine, so I would put this into my A red pile. Here we go, oversized legal envelope, definitely red pile, very formal looking. And then finally, you got this fluorescent green postcard, has my name, Dear Josh, on it. Actually has something from Dan Kennedy. I'm definitely going to put this into my read pile. It stands out. It's very catchy. Look how it pulls off the floor. It's fluorescent green. And here in San Diego, they actually deliver mail. You actually have a slot on the wall of your house right next to your door where they can put the mail in and it falls right on your floor. So obviously that's why I'm on the floor going through this mail pile real fast. But this looks like a great postcard. I'm actually going to dissect this on video for you guys and show you what's good about it. And then also something to think about. As I said earlier, the key is to get your mail open. So anytime you're doing direct mail, think about how you're packaging that mail. Are you using an oversized envelope? Are you using an oversized envelope with stuff inside it so it really stands out? If you're using a postcard, do you have a catchy image? Is it a fluorescent postcard? Whatever you're doing or whatever you're mailing your piece in, make sure it stands out and makes it into the A pile to be read. So just think about that anytime you're doing direct mail. So with that said, let's go ahead and take this piece and let's dissect it on video. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is go over the objective of this postcard. And that objective is to get people to RSVP for this marketing summit. So here's what the front of the postcard looks like. Here's the back of the postcard. Now let's go through the good stuff. First thing is, I love the color on this postcard. It's not quite oversized, but it is a fluorescent green postcard. So think about that the next time you're doing any type of postcard campaign. Fluorescent colors, yellows, your pinks, your greens are always going to get noticed. It's personalized, very important. You'll see there in my red box it says Dear Josh. So it actually has my first name in it. I really like that. It has a great opening line with some intrigue. So listen to this opening line. Dear Josh, there is a place where you can create success and capture the mind of your customers, even in this challenging economy. So that's a great opening line and definitely has some intrigue. It has a clear list of benefits. And what I like about this list of benefits, it actually has little stars instead of bullet points. So a very effective list of benefits. And then it also is having a competition which invokes curiosity. So let me read this to you. It says, all of this plus see an intense competition for our Marketer of the Month. The winner walks away with bragging rights, a t-shirt, and $100 cash. So it really sounds like a good, pretty fun competition. So it invokes curiosity. Now check this out. This is a real photo and it has a caption underneath it. They're not using stock photography here. And then obviously it's got the website for more information. So that was the front of the postcard. Let's jump to the back of the postcard. The very first thing that grabs my attention is you have this photo on the left side, and then on the right you have a curiosity headline. So listen to this headline: A Guru's Impression of Mind Capture. So immediately I start thinking, wow, what is mind capture? Let me read more about this. And then I see directly underneath that it's a long testimonial from none other than Dan Kennedy. So basically, we're associating with Dan Kennedy as a trust icon. And if you're not familiar with Dan Kennedy, he is literally the superhuman direct response marketer out there from Glazer Kennedy. So you may want to check him out if you're not familiar with Dan Kennedy. He's author of the entire No BS series for No BS marketing series. So check it out when you get some time. And then there's also a paragraph of fun with best-selling author speaker. So I say it's a paragraph of fun, and here's why. Listen to this. This month's marketing summit will be a full event with great food, amazing networking with fellow entrepreneurs, an intense monthly marketing competition, and guest speaker and best-selling author Tony Robleski, all happening Tuesday, November 15th. So it's just nice big paragraph just of talking about fun stuff. Now, the other thing I like what they do here is the website is listed twice. And not just is it listed twice, but it also has a call to action. So anytime you're listing a website on your direct mail piece, you want to do a call to action. So here it's registersd.com to sign up now. Now, there's a lot of great things that went on with this postcard, but let's go through a couple of things that I think could be improved. So the very first thing is I would personally bring more attention to this best-selling author. Now, here's why. I don't know who this best-selling author is, but I think when people hear the word best-selling author, they immediately think New York Times best-selling authors. And what I would do, instead of lumping this best-selling author, Tony Robleski, in this big paragraph of text, I would actually remove that and put that in big, bold, all standing on its own, maybe even using a copy doodle or a hand-drawn circle around it that says, guest speaker, Tony Robleski, best-selling author. The second thing I would do is I would add a caption under this photo. So when I first saw this photo, I didn't know who this author was. I didn't even know who the photo was until I read the testimonial there on the right-hand side. So what I would do to really make this photo impacting is I would simply add a caption. And that my caption would say, this month's guest speaker, best-selling author, Tony Robleski. So those are the two main improvements I would make. Otherwise, I think this postcard was really awesome.
The big takeaway from this week's episode is standing out. If you're doing direct mail, you got to make sure that your mail piece makes it into that coveted A pile, that get read pile. How are you going to do that? Well, simple. If it's postcards, use fluorescent colors. Use big, catchy images that makes that prospect, that customer, think twice when they see your postcard laying in their mail pile so that they put it aside and they actually read it. If you're doing letters, put them in oversized envelopes. Handwrite the addresses on the front of those envelopes. Put crooked stamps. Put other objects inside the envelopes so they appear bulky and they really stand out in the mail pile. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of Deconstructing Direct Mail. I'm Josh Grillo. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.